So I'm in the era many of the fancy business people call the valley of despair, which is like this concept of like, okay, you start your business or you start your creative project and you're all like on the hype of momentum and you're excited about it and you have that first initial, era of inspiration where things are moving and things are fun and things are exciting and like you're bringing it to the world and you're like, holy shit, I'm doing it. And then boom, things start going downhill because you're like, oh, this is actually pretty hard. I'm getting some negative feedback. I'm hitting a stagnant phase. I don't know what to do next. Am I stupid? Am I cringy? Like, what am I even doing with my life? Yeah. And then you have this dip. And then you're in that dip and you're floating around in the dip and you're like, hey, dude, like, what the fuck is happening? Like, should I just do something else? Because this is kind of embarrassing for me because I'm failing. Yeah. And that's a really fun place to be in. Like, if you think about it, like, right now, I'm like, okay, that's me right now. But I'm trying to reshift my focus and look at that as like only up from here. Only up from here. So I've been experimenting with the internet because I was definitely someone that was not an internet person. I like had no social media presence before this and now I'm just like boom 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 so much social media presence. And that's because I'm just like I'm letting myself fuck around and experiment and like see what feels good to me and like see what type of creation feels good to me and see what type of communication feels good to me. And the beautiful part about that and like not having a following and not getting that many views is that there's not as much pressure for it to like come out super good in the beginning. Like I think that's like normal for everybody as they're starting and figuring it out. Like they have the space to experiment because not as many people are following them. And I'm kind of in an era where it's like, okay, yeah, girl, experiment, do your thing, but also you need to be intentional and still think about things strategically. And part of me just really likes talking to camera. I like expressing, I like just mind dumping, I like documenting where I'm at, documenting my creative process, like just fully raw, like, yo, hey, what's up? I'm at this park. I'm actually at my brother's dirt bike camp training facility thing. He races dirt bikes. This is gonna show my nipple. Um, but now I'm like, okay, what's working and what's not? What feels like art and what doesn't, what feels like me doing something just because that's like what people on the internet do, and what feels like it's like authentic and true to me and like feels like an act of expression. Because when I feel like I'm doing an act of expression, I feel more creatively aligned with the work and I also have more ability to like stay tapped into flow state with it. Like flow state with it, like that sounds so cringe. I mean like not cringe. I hate when I like talk like that. It sounds flow state is this thing that I feel like I experience when I'm like deeply aligned and like in the zone and not distracted. And the internet is inherently distracting. And I think that I have actually lost a lot of my flow state abilities, like especially with writing. I used to be writing like personal essays and in my journal all the time. And like recently, I just cannot write as much as I used to. And I'm like, why am I not writing? And I think it's because of like just the inherent immediacy of the internet and like posting. And there's been a lot of value in that because I've like made a lot of good connections and I've gotten better at communicating my ideas verbally. Like I've gotten better at communicating to a screen, but also in person with real ass people because I used to be stumbling over my words and socially awkward, and I still am sometimes. But it helps me to have a medium for my art because I do look at it as art at the end of the day. Like I consider myself an artist and I'm just like experimenting with different forms of distribution for the art. And sometimes the art is an idea, and sometimes the art is a painting, and sometimes the art is a piece of writing, and sometimes the art is like a business model or like a social impact or a fucking postcard. I have a postcard project. And by looking at the term art as different things and like different mediums that I can like express and share with other people, it allows me to kind of just like be in the flow state or like the experience of creation in whatever that means for that current moment. The lighting was so much better like 2 minutes ago. But what I'm noticing is like you still have to learn the skill of distribution and you have to learn the skill of how can I package this information in a way that people will resonate with and in a way that is effective for myself as somebody that's making the thing, but also for the people receiving it. And I think Rick Rubin's the one that's like, no, just make things and do things. And if it resonates and whatever. And that's another model I could try. I could just keep doing that. Maybe I'll just keep doing that. I'm literally just thinking out loud right now. I think I'm having a hard time with this point in my life specifically because I'm finishing school and it's like I want to do creative work as much as possible and I want to live a life where my career and my work life is symbiotically aligned with my personal life, and like the modes of work and creation that feel like authentic to me, so that they're like symbiotically supportive. Because like imagine